Hello everyone and welcome to a Cloud City FFTCG tutorial. Today we are going to talk about OCTGN Software or OCTGN. This platform is handy for trying out decks before you build them physically or for playtesting against people anywhere in the world. Many of the top players in FFTCG use OCTGN to prepare for their tournaments, and OCTGN has an FFTCG client set up to help you play the game. But you do need to understand how to use it in order to play matches, which can be a little daunting at first. Once you have played a few games, I do think you're going to find that it's fairly intuitive, but it can be a little confusing when you first try it out. And I haven't met any unfriendly people on there so far. Everyone's willing to teach you a few things, so it's really it's worth trying it out. So let's get into it. So if you prefer to read, there is a full OCTGN FFTCG manual in PDF form at octagongames.com/FFTCG. So that's right here. You go over to how to play. This is also where you're going to download the image packs for all the cards. But first you have to go to the OCTGN website, which is octagon.net, and download the program. And while you're there, you'll make an account as well, which you'll need to play. Then you can go over to octagongames.com/FFTCG, which is where you'll download the image packs for all the cards so they look like the cards. So if you click on image packs and you go click here to download all image packs in one file, that's going to be all you need. Once that's downloaded, you have your account, you have your program, you can open it up, sign into your account, and we'll head over to the games manager. So when we get into this screen, we're going to scroll down and look for Final Fantasy TCG. You're going to click on it, it will say install. You can click there to install the game, and which point you can go up and add image packs as well, and that's going to ask you to search for a file. You can search for that file that you downloaded from octagongames/FFTCG, and you're almost ready to go. We then have to make a deck, which will be in the deck editor. So when we open this up, you can actually build the deck here. We go to New, Final Fantasy TCG, and it's going to load up all the cards. And we can go ahead and just start double clicking on those, and they're going to go into the deck here. And I'm going to go click on Evoker, which is a backup, and it's going to show up in my forwards. And they show up on whatever tab you've clicked on last. So if I click on backups and I go back to an Evoker, it's going to show up over there. And I can also drag them around. When it comes down to it, it's not really going to matter. The program's going to read that you have a 50 card deck, and that will be able to run in the game. So if you want to organize all of your cards, you can, and it helps you look, oh, I've got 2 backups, I've got 3 forwards. That's going to help you build, but when it comes down to it, as long as you have the right 50 cards in your deck, you're going to be able to play it. And you can also just make your deck on ffdex.com, and they have an export file as for OCTGN, so you can just make your deck there, or if you already have a deck there, you can import them as OCTGN files. And what we do once we're done making a deck, we go up to save the file name, and that will be important because whenever you enter a match, you have to load one of your decks. So at this point, we can go over to play or spectate, and it's going to show us all of the different games that are available. So here we have a Final Fantasy TCG game available to play. There's also Magic the Gathering, and we can toggle that off. We can look at, okay, here's just the Final Fantasy games, and we can also look at all the ones that are in progress right now and see if we want to spectate somebody. But we can go ahead and click on that if we want to join this game, but we can also start our own. So when we start our own, it's going to ask you to choose the name of the game, and I just put play testing here. I can click start, and I'll have a little lobby, and I'm going to change it to one-sided table, and I'm going to play by myself. So when I open it up, I can load my deck, I could practice my draws, and I could work through my deck a little bit, make sure that I like all the mulligans that I'm getting. That way I'm ready to play somebody, and I can actually do that. But we're going to get into that next video. So thanks a lot for coming by. Come back for part 2 where we actually play the game. And thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to Cloud City FFTCG on YouTube and to check out our Facebook page.